Oh, what's going on, everybody? Z here, and welcome back to some more One Team. Today we're talking about updates because we got a new update. It's a new week. It is Manibus phase 5, and we only have a couple new things today. Completing a close encounter Manibus and the Prime War contributes to the overall progress, unlocks server-wide rewards. So basically, by competing in 2 new events, we have a overall server progress here. Now, those 2 new events are, one, the Manibus public event. This is not the Prime War, this is the public event. This one is actually worth doing. I highly recommend doing it. It's super easy, it's super fun. It's a good time. If you can get a little group together, you go around and do these things. They're fun, you get some rewards. It's just, it's not a bad time. Now, the Prime War, we're gonna talk about the Prime War here in just a minute. We're gonna go ahead and finish up this guy though, because we might as well. If you're running a shrapnel build, you don't have to focus on the flowers, but if you're not running a shrapnel build and you want to focus damage on a weak point, you want to focus on the flowers here. But if you're running shrapnel, well, shrapnel kind of goes after everything and hits everything anyway, so I prefer not to miss, and I just hit the big parts, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and take this guy out. Basically, it's super easy, 3 phases. Each tentacle, you take out 3 of it, or take out each one, and then you get rewards based on how many you take out in the time frame. But if you're max level, you can take this out by yourself within the time frame, no problem. All right, so the close encounter Manibus is done. I think we got a controller, and I think that's about it. You get a plethora of little handy things. But basically, what you're working towards is you're working towards that overall pointages. Now, I believe I want to say that the public event was like 0.3% contribution, whereas the Prime War is like 5% or something like that. So, as you can see, we probably have done a Prime War or 2 on the server successfully, and I want to talk about that as soon as we have a Prime War come up. Now, let's go back to the base and let's talk about a few things for preparations for the Prime War, shall we? So preparation for this Prime War is basically like every other one, except in full overdrive. Basically, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a bunch of biomass missiles. Now, the way this goes is there is the Manibus, and then the Manibus spawns the other bosses. So you're gonna have the other kins that you're gonna have to take out first. Now, they are a little bit easier, a little bit lower level, so you don't have to have quite as much ammunition and stuff, but you are gonna have to use your biomass missiles and things like that to take down their shields to drop them. And now when they drop, they're going to drop the plasma missiles. Now, if you have the mimetic specialization to get the plasma missiles, you are a savior, and you're gonna wanna make some of those and take those with you, because the plasma missiles are the only thing that can take down the Manibus shield. Manibus shield. So that's it, plasma missiles. Regular biomass missiles will not take down the shield of the Manibus. So don't even waste your time. Don't even try, don't waste it. It won't do it, does nothing. Now, if you do have plasma missiles, focus on 1 tentacle at a time, because what happens is people run over to grab them, they come back, they try to shoot them, or they shoot the wrong one, or they shoot and they miss. We're gonna talk about that too. But essentially, how the game works is you take down the little boss, you go over, you grab some plasma missiles, you use those plasma missiles to take down the shield of the Manibus, rinse, wash, repeat, and it's a combination of the three bosses: the flying angel, the machine gun thing, and the dog thing. So that's what you're gonna do. Now, like I said, to prepare for this, you're gonna need some biomass missiles. You're gonna need as many as you want, as many as you can afford, as many as you feel like you need to take. Now, caveat here. We're gonna get into one, but I just want to tell you now, from my experience from today, this is day 1, right when they came out. There's been no patches or anything like that. These Prime Wars are very, very buggy. They're very laggy. They're very glitchy. If you get into one, you have a chance to get into one that runs fine, and if it runs fine, you might have a good time. You might beat it. However, the 2 that I've been in were awful. Frozen, standing in spot, trying to shoot, missing everything. So be careful, judge the situation when you go in. If you have a bunch of those missiles, go in, see how things are running, shoot your things slowly, make sure you're not overdoing it, because if you shoot off all of your plasma missiles and they don't hit, or your biomass missiles, they don't hit anything, that's it. Good luck. Sorry, you got to make more. Same with plasma missiles. Make them count. Make sure things are running good enough to make them count. So let's go ahead, let's hop into one, and I can kind of show you the rundown. Hopefully it runs good enough that we can get a nice, good representation of what's going on here. Alrighty, so we're gonna just go over one of my live streams here. We can't find a nightmare one going on right now because it seems like everybody's just dipped out for lunchtime. So basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna load into your nightmare thing. You're gonna hop on, and then the Manibus is gonna spawn. He's gonna start spawning his little friends. And you're gonna basically do the same thing that you would do during any other Prime War. You're gonna get on your Gatling gun, your Gatling turret, and you're gonna use biomass missiles to drop their shields. Once their shields get dropped, you can go ahead and then do damage to them. Now, these ones are a little bit easier. They're a little bit easier to take out. Once they go down, they will drop a crate, and the crate only has, I believe, 3 plasma missiles in it, and I think it's whoever gets there first. So whoever gets those first grabs them, brings them back, and then can fire at the Manibus and start taking the shields down of the tentacles. Now, each tentacle does have its own shield. It has its own health, so you do have to take all 3 down independently. And I do recommend, my personal opinion would be to focus everything on 1 at a time. Also, as far as I know, these red plasma missiles, they have the same 24-hour cooldown, or they have the same 24-hour expiration period. So what I'm hoping that is not happening is I'm hoping that people are not farming these and just keeping them and selling them. I'm hoping that's not what's happening. At first, we thought there was a 30-minute timer on them, which would make sense. Like, you know, you pick them up during the battle, they're going to expire in 30 minutes. You need to use them during the battle. That would make sense to me. But I don't know. I haven't clarified that. So, you know, be warned that you might, if you see that, it sucks. I hope they don't do that. But yeah, so you have to use the plasma missiles on the Manibus, like I said, and if you can craft your own, that's even better. That's a huge deal. I can't craft them myself. I wish I could, but I can't. I tried re-rolling. I can't do it. I'm out of re-rolls. So, yeah. But that is the biggest part of the update. Now, if you're interested and you want to know, I will go through what the season goals are real fast. So you have season bus or Manibus. Now, the thing that's a little bit different with these is you can see that our last one is actually 1,030. Instead of previous ones, which are a little bit lower. But you do get avatar frames, which is pretty cool. And then you also get 1,600 Starcrom there, 2,200 Starcrom there. Very exciting stuff. Plant 20 mutated crops. Now, this one I'm a little confused on. I don't know if you have to harvest 20 mutated crops because you can't plant. There's not 20 seeds you can't harvest. There's not deviated seeds. So I think it's going to be harvest them, but I'm not sure. Reach calibration 10 on any weapon. Own 6 armor calibration plus 6, earn 80,000 energy links from selling items, make 20 dishes of legendary rarity. Dishes, not drinks. Somebody commented about this with they are making snow cones, I think, or shaved ice. I believe that's considered a drink, not a dish, so you need to make a food item there. Exploration, 36 mystical crates, solve 6 devious painting puzzles, and get the loot crates. So use 20,000 Starcrom. Complete 40 settlement exploration tasks, obtain 22 types of fish through fishing, explore riddle spots 80 times. There's a lot to do. We got a week left. Well, I think we got a week left. Well, 2 weeks left, essentially. Got a lot to do until it's 2 weeks. Use deviations to deal 100,000 damage to enemies. Have 5 or more deviations working in the territory at once. Secure 25 types of deviations. Obtain a deviation with a deviant energy and activity rating greater than 5. That's a pretty cool one. Deviations kill 200 enemies for you. Now, challenges. Clear the Leah research lab in solo mode. Defeat Shadowhound under pro mode within 6 minutes. Clear Leah research lab in under 20 minutes. Complete the Prime War on the highest difficulty. Deal 2 million damage to Manibus. And defeat the Forsaken Giant in solo mode without being critically injured. The deal 2 million damage to Manibus does not count towards the public event. So just so you know, there you go. But that is it. Thank you all so much for coming out. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, all the fun things. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.